Hello, it is Pi again. This is going to be episode 2 of playing Doki-Doki Literature Club. I actually forgot what we were before, so I can't do a recap. But you can just skip to the end of the video on the last one. I'm going to show it to Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't say it's any better either. Huh? With you what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey! What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. Ow, no. That's... something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. What do you mean? No, it doesn't. Why are you lying? Why is she lying? Why isn't she telling the truth? Huh? You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sorry, has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how could someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's almost like she's dragging around a dead weight. That's a little unnecessary. But come to think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. We deserve each other, me and Bach. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh, yeah. I guess I was supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. This has a meaning. This does have a meaning this time. Have a meaning. Yeah. I'm not sure what the last poem was. It's okay. Loki, the narrator is right, but yeah. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. Why would I ever think that? No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain the complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone could agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everything might... That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid of if people find out, but they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone thinks, likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect each other for liking weird things. Is this about the manga? Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I want to show it to you, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Apple Pie. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes, so I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods intimately, hands me her poem. So much oh my goodness. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry... Hey, what is all of this? I don't understand. Oh, God. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments this phase and reflects that... and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. Pavlova cookie. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Are you calling yourself the raccoon? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Not at all. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions throughout them. What? Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write about something like that? Something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seems like the type To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. A scary story when about to your... Hi, Grandpa Pie. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I didn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I'll give my poem to Monica. Why is she just staring at me, bro? Monica, why are you saying like that? Alright. I like this one. Oh. It makes me think of something Sarah would like. Is that so? You and Sarah are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we had those sort of things in common. Well, maybe good friends, but Sarah and I are actually pretty different. Well, that may be the case, but there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two are really lucky. I am Balti, you're at my school. Did you see that? It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. No, it's not. Well, each your own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Okay, let's take a look. Did you hear that? Oh! This is beautiful, Monica. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless... I know this word. Cacophony. That's how I'm gonna say it. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Why is it cute like that? It looks like the female sign thing. I think that's a female. Yeah, it's the female sign. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Pizza crust? Wait a minute. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Now, Monica, this is very, it's a poem. It's a poem. It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? Can you say that again? What do you mean, save my game? You never know when you might change your mind, or where something unexpected may happen. What? Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Monica, why'd you say that? That's kind of weird. You're breaking the fourth wall there a little bit. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do you really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. What? Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do anything like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. We all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Yuri, are you a mouth breather? Sorry. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me with no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. So that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Wow! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she quickly walks over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a few moments ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. It looks like Yuri is down for the count, and I'm drowning in them. I had never been the type to try and get the spotlight. We were out of breath with some rebels on a hot night. Laughing at my sister, she dazzled in the room. You walked in and my heart went boom. Trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing at the band's top volume. Crying to the rhythm as one and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. Who was that? Who was that? Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. It's still a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made. I'm just having a difficult day. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Apple Pie liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go for pie. It's not like I... Did you hear that? It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Pie lower everyone's standards a little more before I have to do it. Excuse you? Natsuki, you won't get yourself smoked out. Keep talking to me like that. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me. History has its eyes on you. Oh. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I received applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called It's called... Oh, why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and her work surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Oh my gosh, that's why the title is Jump. Jump. I'm Blackpink. I'm Jennie. Who wanna rock like Jennie? I'm Jennie. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish preparing tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to planning. Oh no, I didn't raise my full sentence. I didn't know it's a prayer again. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sarah and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sarah? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Apple Pie. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go to get ready. I walk home with Sarah once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sarah is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sarah. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to, Sari fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I mean, hey, Monica, is this what you mean? I mean, if you think about it, I'm gonna please the crowd. Sorry, you think I'd just ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Pie. You really think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. When did she kill herself? Oh, no, I didn't say that. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sarah to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few That's right, suppose. Don't be scared to show them. The festival's dying so funny. Who knows what will happen that time? So I'm gonna please Natsuki this time. Drink. Milk. Pink. Anime. I love anime, guys. Ribbon. Giggle. I'm giggling, guys. Happy. We're so happy. Happy. Guys, we're having a party. Sorry, Yuri, but you've already gotten your poem. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Are you practicing piano again? Yeah. Oh. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. What's up with the switch up? I forgot how to do the voice. I can't wait for the festival. It's going to be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. It sounds a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Come on! Are you saying that you don't like squid? You of all people? Huh? I didn't say I don't like it. Anyway, what do you mean you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon... Monica. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. What do you mean in translation? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions are as fun as yours are Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori, you good? Why are you acting like this? Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I brutally glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Hi, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? And what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised that I'm not the one asking you, Apple Pie. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time breaking up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Apple Pie. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always full of sunshine. It's not. It's so much reading. It's not any different now than it has always been. You're so funny, Apple Pie. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiled meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? What do you mean? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. But when does it get good? I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax. You didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you want to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How would you be able to tell thinking like that? Well, it's something I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spark based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring at anything. Oh my gosh, no, do not do that. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if it caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most There are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. Oh. Excuse me? Huh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time. That's all. Huh, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Pi, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep behind plain sight. Like from Happy Elementary. Oh my god, guys. God, if you do not be quiet at this moment, I'm going to be upset. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there may be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. I also feel some concern for her, but in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying her thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Oh, y'all fighting over a man. Y'all could be fighting this man for each other. Whoa. I guess. But you don't need to put it down that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she were searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries aren't told even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Now, I could have sworn I read something earlier, but I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Oh my gosh, well, there's so much reading. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's a literature club anyway. I'm going to you, Natsuki. Finally! Yeah? This one, it's good. I was wondering how long it would take you. Right. Yeah, seriously, don't listen to what anyone else says, especially Yuri. Just keep writing poems like this. That's all you need. That's what the world needs. People like me to keep it all spinning around. And then move on the shake and I'm making like it. And I was gonna keep it down. Are you sure that's not just what you want? Excuse me? You're talking to a pro, you know. Don't you think you trust my opinion the most? I guess that depends. Aren't you biased towards poems that are more simple and cute? biased. Of course not. My opinion just happens to be the best. I skipped a few lines. Because I have to start I'm gonna finish Not Suitcase Full. I'm gonna add it to this other. Just keep showing me your poems and you'll be a pro before you know it. Anyway, here's the one I wrote. It'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight. A sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought you left long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach you dream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought that had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. That's right. That's right. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with the message later? Well, yeah. It's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have both of us write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about simple topics and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Alright. Stop right here. I'm gonna see y'all next time in part 3.